fuck, there's more. Okay. This one is called The Old Chaser. A good friend of Thomas invited him to stay at a supposedly haunted house for the weekend for a little party. Thomas knew there's no such thing as haunted houses or ghosts, so he accepted the invite. Thomas thought it would be good to arrive early so he wouldn't fall victim to a prank played by his friends. Tom arrived at the house at 2 p.m., leaving him well over 2 hours to wait for the rest of the party. As Tom walked up to the door, he realized the doors could be locked. He stood still for a second, then continued. He reached the door, turned the knob, and it opened. Tom opened the door and went in. He searched the wall for a light switch, found one, and powered on the lights. Tom immediately located an old wooden rocker. He walked to the rocker and sat down. So he wouldn't be bored for the 2 hours he had to wait. Tom put on a pair of headphones. At the precise moment when Tom pressed play on the Discman, he heard a voice say the dresser. Then the music played. Tom quickly tore off the headphones and sat directly. Nope. Tom quickly tore off the headphones and sat quietly trying to make sense of what he had just heard. Merely the exaggerated, assembled sound made by putting on the headphones. His fear getting the best of him in this situation. Or was it a ghost? He shrugged the idea. Ghosts don't exist. Tom whispered beneath his breath. No, ghosts don't exist. Tom whispered beneath his breath. Then Tom carelessly hit. If that was a ghost, what did it mean by the dresser? Should I go searching for a dresser? What would occupy me for that's what occupy me for the rest of the day? The wait. Tom sat up from the old rocker and began down a musty, dusty hallway void of doors. A rat scurried across the door. Floor. Tom jumped, realized it was merely a rat, and continued down the hall. At the end of the hallway, a door stood unopened. Tom opened the door. The door opened to a pitch-black room. He searched among the walls for a light switch, and in his search, bumped into something. Is this a dresser? Tom thought to himself. He then felt around the structure that he had just bumped into, trying to find a drawer to prove that it was in fact a dresser. Tom felt the front of and immediately felt a drawer. He opened the drawer. In order to adjust his eyes enough to see the drawer, inside the drawer, Tom stared down at what he thought was his hands might be. It was pitch black. He could see nothing. He stared and stared, undistracted, at the hopefully empty drawer. Then suddenly, out of the nothingness, a little yellow creature crawled out into the drawer and stared up at Tom with puppy dog eyes. Tom felt like running, but fought the instinct and reached his hand out so the little creature could climb on his hand. Within seconds, Tom blocked out. Actually, that's what I wrote. Within seconds, Tom blacked out. He woke up. He awoke to find himself standing inside the dresser drawer. He could tell it was the dresser because he could see the keyhole. He looked at the keyhole and saw himself talking to his friends and having a. He looked at the keyhole and saw himself talking to his friends and having fun at the party. Scared and confused, Tom yelled to his friends. His friends didn't react to the yelling. Tom looked down at himself and saw he now was the yellow creature. He screamed again. Tom's friends heard a slight wind whisper and looked in the direction of the dresser, but they saw no dresser. And the ending is, what do you see when you look at nothing? Not sure how that made sense.